How's it going, guys? Tony here, and today I'll be sharing some more Super NES Classic Edition news and, really for the first time, some NES Classic Edition news. I'm super excited to be sharing this information with you, and I'll share this. It's big, guys. It's gonna help you get one. So stay tuned. Hear what I have to say, guys. Subscribe to me, and you could win a Super NES Classic Edition from me. All you have to do is subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and let's see what I had to say about these two classic systems. Okay, guys, so as you know, this whole Super NES Classic Edition has been a mess and just frustrating for fans. And also the NES Classic Edition was just as frustrating. And today, Nintendo, I actually read this on Kotaku, early in the morning. I was not able to film until right now. And huge news. This came out of Nintendo of Europe, Nintendo of Japan. The Super NES Classic Edition will run its production into 2018. That's huge news. It was originally just going to run to 2017, stop production, and that was going to be all she wrote. Okay, and making it even harder to find, and scalpers galore, you name it. So that's going to go into 2018. I am super pumped. Nintendo said, quote, "Due to incredible demand." You think? it's kind of funny, really, kind of funny. And then the other really exciting news that, I mean, yeah, I have one already, but I'm just pumped for the fans. I'm pumped that they're gonna get one, or they have the chance to get another one, I should say. And the NES Classic Edition, this thing, is being re-released. And in like manner, Nintendo of Japan, Nintendo of Europe, they announced it via Twitter, and they confirmed that summer 2018, this thing is going to go back into production. Okay, so that's great news. Okay, so yeah, I did a video about Reggie, and talked about how he's trying to encourage, saying that, you know, hey, don't pay $79.99 for the SNES Classic Edition. You shouldn't have to pay that much. And I agree. Okay, and he talking about how there's going to be more available. So this is good news. This is great news. Do I still trust Nintendo 100%? We'll see. The jury's out on that. And more importantly, they need to focus still on the Switch. They need to get, there's still a pretty good demand for it, and I know people personally that still want a Switch and they can't get their hands on one. Okay, they're out there. You're gonna have to search. It's not as hard as one of these things. Okay, but there's still people out there too, and I know Nintendo's trying to work through that process, and the holiday season and all that, and you know, the Splatoon bundle came out recently too, Splatoon 2. So, you know, and one more thing about the NES, they basically said that there will be more information about the release date at a later time. So, hopefully, you know, we get more info coming soon here. So that's great news. That's great news for the fans. That's great news for those who actually want to replay these games or play these games for the first time. Okay, I great move, Nintendo. I'll talk more about that here in a minute. And I'm pumped. Okay, I'm pumped. I'm considering trying to get the European versions, the PAL versions of the systems myself if they go into production, and maybe the Japanese versions. We'll see, because they have different games on them. I know I can download them. I know I can play them on this thing, whatever. But I'm an 80s and 90s kid. I like to have physical stuff. Okay, and there's a lot of people out there that's like, hey, basically, why don't you just do RetroPie? Which I understand. I have a RetroPie, and just what the heck? I mean, it's Nintendo. Look at this thing. This thing is so cool. All right. So enough about that. I just wanted to also share some more thoughts. What does this mean? What does this news mean for us as the fans, as the consumers? Alright, so you might get one. I wrote might on my paper. I underlined it 3 times. You might get one, okay? And I hope you get one. That's my biggest thing out of that. I really do hope that you get a NES Classic and a SNES Classic, okay? And there's just going to be more out there, alright? And with that being said, hopefully Nintendo and these chain stores, they learned a lesson through this whole process. I hope there's not a pre-order for the NES Classic. I hope it just goes into the stores, alright? And one per customer. One per customer. I hope that's like a rule, alright? Also, Nintendo, you're finally being smart, okay? Business smart. And you're actually, for once, you're listening to your fans. That's a good thing. Finally, okay? I've been dealing with this stuff since the 80s. Okay, I've heard horror stories about, games being in very, very short quantities. Like when Mario 2 came out, I understand the chip shortages and all that. And finding these games was like a nightmare. So I get it, but it's just same old Nintendo, But they're trying to be better. That's a step in the right direction. So that's good, Nintendo. Thank you for that. Thank you for listening. Thank you. We all love Nintendo. We all love these games. We just want to play them, okay, and share them. I let my nephews play this whenever they come over, play these games. And a lot of these games they never played before. I mean, maybe Mario, but some of these games they've never even heard of. So that's a good way to pass on this love to another generation. And then lastly here, scalpers. I hope your time is starting to run out on this market. I at least hope it alleviates some of these issues that we're seeing of scalping to a degree, at least. I mean, I was really, really lucky to get this for 80 bucks. Or not 80 bucks, I paid 70 bucks for it because I got this and another controller. So my buddy was basically selling it to me for retail. And I was really lucky because he was, thank you, Dwight, really super nice about it, and actually did an unboxing. But I just hope that even if it it just cuts into the scalper market a little bit, I would be very, very pleased with that. Okay. So that's about it, guys. What do you think of this news? Are you excited like I am? Do you think this is good news? Do you think this is finally Nintendo listening to their fans? And Reggie, he spoke out about this too. I talked about that yesterday. Let me know what you guys think. Are you just going to wait it out? Are you going to, if you don't get it right away, please don't buy from a scalper. Please don't, okay? But what are you going to do? Also, are you gonna wait in line still? Or are you just gonna wait for this next shipment and let it trickle through? What are you gonna do? So anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching this whole month, and you guys have just blown me away. Okay, so thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm still going through my Super NES Classic reviews. If you haven't watched any of those, check them out. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great rest of your day.